Finding babies' names, whether it's a girl or boy, is a super, super difficult process, let alone when both you and your husband don't come from the same background or same culture. It's even harder because you want to find a name that fits both cultures. And then we both live in Canada, so you want a name that can be easily pronounced in English and that won't be butchered when people say it. So, I am Palestinian Jordanian, and my husband is originally Pakistani. He was born in Turkey, and we both live in Canada. And we've been trying to look for girls' names and boys' names that would work in Urdu, Pashto, Arabi, and English. We omitted the Turkish because it's just going to be too hard to find a name that works all across the boards. Although my mother in law is kind of in favor of Turkish names, but it's very difficult to even find a name that would go along with four cultures and backgrounds, let alone five. And I want to tell you a story about a name that I absolutely, absolutely loved for a girl. And I was just set on it that if we're going to have a girl, I really, really want to name her Aya. Aya in Arabi means a miracle or a verse of the Quran. And when we first pitched it to my in laws and my parents, no one had really strong objections about the name. It's a short, sweet name. It's very hard to butcher in English. Like, it's a very easy name. And I knew I wanted to name, if we had a daughter, inshallah, like I wanted to name her Aya from the moment we did our Ket Biktab. Like, there's a little story behind it. And the sheikh kind of mentioned that I am my husband's Aya and he is my Aya, as in like he's my miracle, I'm his miracle. We're written for each other. And from that day, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to use this name for our first daughter, inshallah, if we have a daughter. Now, my dreams came crushing down on me when we were at my chiropractor's appointment. For reference, my chiropractor is Pakistani as well. So, me, my husband, and the chiropractor were in the room, and he was asking us if we had any names in particular for like girls or boys. And we mentioned that if it's a girl, we really want to name her Aya. So he was trying to be so nice about it. He's like, you know what? I hate to like ruin the name for you, but just like ask your in-laws, what does a cleaning lady mean in Urdu? And I think it might be Aya, but I'm not completely sure. But just like ask. And I've already pitched it to my in-laws. They didn't say anything. So I was like, okay, I'll ask. And then I texted my mother-in-law right then and there. I'm like, hey, what does a cleaning lady mean in Urdu? Lo and behold, she texts me back and the name is Aya. And I was like, no way, this is not happening. Like, I really, really wanted to name an Aya. And I don't think they thought of it because their first like language is Pashto, not Urdu. So then when they thought of it a little bit more, they're like, no, we can't use that name. And obviously it wouldn't work for like Urdu